How many gods are there? One God. How many gods died on the cross? I already told you that there's one God. So why then are you asking me about gods as if I'm some sort of a polytheist? How many gods died on the cross? If you mean divine essence, none. Ah, so Jesus is not God? The divine nature did not cease to exist precisely because he is God. If you mean person, well then one person died, the one who possesses both divine and human natures. Ah, so if Jesus died and three persons make up one God, did the Father die and did also the Holy Spirit die? No, the person, Jesus, who is fully divine and human, died. The divine essence did not. Ah, so you're saying that the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit are three separate gods? No, distinct persons do not split essence. How many gods died on the cross? Are you using God to refer to person or nature? If person, we say that God the Son died, just like we say that Mary bore God, without saying that she somehow invented divinity. She gave birth to the person who is both God and man. Just like my wife didn't create my son's soul, but she still gave birth to him, the person who happens to be a body-soul composite. Same logic. Jesus, the person, died and he happens to be God and man. So, one God died? True by person, false by nature. You're confusing who with what. Because of the hypostatic union, you have one subject, two natures. Everything experienced in the two natures is said to be experienced by the one person, Jesus. So, the question is, who died, not what died. Oh, come on. How many gods died on the cross? Ooh. One God, three persons, who possesses the divine nature. One person became incarnate and possesses a divine and human nature. Your question confuses predication, the act of attributing properties to a subject. When we say Jesus is God, we predicate divinity to the subject, Jesus. And when we say Jesus died, we predicate bodily death to that same subject according to his human nature. The term God is not a rigid designator. It can refer to a divine person or the divine nature. And likewise, death can mean bodily death or ceasing to exist. We deny that the divine nature ceased to exist. Thus, one subject, Jesus, who possesses both divine and human nature, experienced death according to the human nature. Death belongs to the human nature and not the divine. How many gods died on the cross? Ooh. Is the Quran divine speech, the word of Allah? What? Is the Quran divine speech, the word of Allah? Yes. Are ink on paper divine? No. But yet it is divine speech, right? Yes. Yet ripping a page out of the Quran is still disrespecting Allah's word, right? Because what is done to the physical copy is done to the Quran without harming Allah's eternal speech. Same logic, what happens to Christ's humanity happens to the person without harming the divine nature. So say for example I have 3 Qurans and I damage one. How many Allahs are damaged? You make no sense. Exactly. Now you know how your question sounds. How about this? Allah descends to the lowest heaven during the last third of every night, while remaining above his throne, right? Yes. So how many gods are above his throne? 1. How many gods descend? 1. Ah, so you have 2 different gods with different spatial properties. No. Oh, so Allah does not descend? What? You see? Allah Akbar! Come me through!